And welcome to our second episode in our 5 Minutes with series for our new Cosmo Chats web series. I'm Emily Foley, the social media correspondent for Cosmoprop North America, and I'm very excited to be joined today by Nicole Musco. She has a pretty incredible resume. Listen to this. Nicole is the Director of Global Product Development for Jane Iredale, the skincare makeup, and she joined the brand in January of 2023. Nicole first began interning at L'Oreal 15 years ago, which sparked her passion in product development and led to her career developing products for top brands, including L'Oreal Paris, Avon, Skin Iceland, and most recently, leading product development on the lip and eye categories at Almay and Revlon. Nicole has a deep love for all things beauty, specifically the magic behind making products that delight consumers and keeping up to date on the latest industry trends. Welcome, Nicole.
Thank you, Emily. I'm so happy to be here with you today.
I'm really excited for our chat. And we already talked about we could probably do this for an hour, but since we are trying to keep it 5 minutes, let's jump right in. So, you're really on the forefront of beauty trends in the industry. So, I'd love to know, what do you think is going to be the next big thing in beauty that everyone will be talking about?
Well, there's two things I'd like to chat about really quick. The first thing is the future of SPF, the future of sun care. It's not really in the future anymore because everybody is talking about SPF today and everybody's focused on how to get the protection that they need across the board, whether it's lips, whether it's their eye makeup, whether it's overall on their skin, their moisturizers, primers. SPF is the hottest new thing that everybody is talking about. It's also the future to healthy skin as well. If you maintain good sun protection, your skin will stay healthier longer. So I'm really excited to see where the industry goes with sun care. And specifically for Jane Iredale, we focus our business on the professional beauty channel. So I'm very excited to see what new treatments, what new procedures are coming out in the professional space. That way we can better cater our products and our treatments to those clientele.
That's amazing. Now, I have to ask you, do you find that we have gotten past the point as beauty industry professionals of having to educate the general consumer about SPF usage? Or do you still think there's a component there where we're still teaching people this is an everyday, 365 days a year component to life?
There is a ton of room left still for education. If you ask a room filled with women who's using SPF, a lot of people don't raise their hands. There is a total full runway of ways that we can educate, whether it's in our daily usage, whether it's in our skincare regimen, whether it's post makeup application. How are you reapplying? And what are you using to get that protection? We need to educate across the board on every single front in order to really move the needle on protection.
That makes a lot of sense because I even feel just with my casual conversations with my friends, there's a space with that reapplication. I think a lot of people, even who are great with beginning of the day, the reapplying is definitely falling by the wayside for a lot of people. So Jane Iredale as a brand was clean before clean was a trend, offered makeup as skincare before that was a trend. How can we as an industry work to move the needle away from gimmicks and viral moments and really refocus on skin health and product performance?
Yeah, I think that's a twofold part. I mean, there is a consumer need for it. We see consumers really focusing on wanting performance. They want that dramatic difference immediately, especially with TikTok and Instagram Reels, for example. You see those viral beauty brands that are just going viral because they are showing dramatic changes instantly. So the consumers are asking for those types of products, but it's the brand's job to bring the science there. We have to be the ones as the brand leaders and developers to push the needle on the science, bring the efficacy in all of our formulas, and make sure that the products that we are putting out into the market actually do what they say they're doing.
That makes so much sense. So I feel like beauty brands can tend to jump on ingredient bandwagons or trend bandwagons just when they see things maybe are doing really well with other brands, and there tends to be just this herd mentality. Do you think that that's a positive because we can sort of work together as an industry, or do you think it's more of a negative because there's not a lot of differentiation?
I see both sides of this coin. It's really exciting for the consumer when they hear the same word several times. If they're hearing the same ingredient or the same type of complex, they're getting more familiar. They're understanding what something is, like hyaluronic acid or niacinamide, for example. So, from that regard, it's really all of us pulling our weight together to inform the consumer, and she becomes more comfortable with those ingredients. But from a brand perspective, it can be challenging when everybody is using the same type of ingredient. So it really comes back to owning your brand and deciding what's best for your position and for your audience.
There really is a space for both of those things in the industry.
Absolutely. And consumers are looking for both. They're looking for things that they feel comfortable with. And there's the consumer that is looking for the next best thing. So it's up to the brand to decide who their audience is and who they're going to go after.
Do you think it's possible to live in a space where you're doing some of both, or do you think it's more of a stay in your lane, you're one or the other?
No, I think brands can decide on their future and decide what they want their consumer to know about. So, we're very happy and we're developing a lot of new things that are using some ingredients that people may have heard of before and some newer ingredients that may be new to our portfolio at Jane Iredale or new to consumer as well. But it's our job as the brand to bring them on that journey and to educate them on why we're using these ingredients and why it's good for them.
Okay. Well, so we already talked about how excited I am that I get to see you just next month. It's so soon in Vegas at Cosmoprof North America. You've been attending for years. You often speak on panels there. Do you have any tips for new brands on how best to navigate Cosmopack? And can you even tell me if you're looking for anything in particular for your brand in July?
So every time I go, I'm always looking for new things. I can't say exactly what I'm looking for, but I always like to see what's going on in ingredients, what's going on textures, sensory of products, and then packaging. What are the newest and latest things? And even for myself, as I've attended, several times, I still go on the website and I plan my trip. I see who's exhibiting, understanding what their website is. I go, I check out their website, I see what type of products they sell. I kind of give myself a game plan before I go there. That way, I'm not overwhelmed by all of the different brands, all the different vendors that I've never met before. And I can kind of navigate my day depending on what I'm looking for. So I recommend to anybody that hasn't attended before, or even if you have attended and you're looking to get a better strategy, go on the website, see who's exhibiting, see who you want to see and visit and stop by their booth and get a game plan together because the show goes by so fast and the conversations are amazing and sometimes you don't want to leave them. So it's always best to kind of give yourself guardrails in terms of who you want to meet with and your time schedule.
That makes so much sense because I even find that even when you have your game plan, you get on that floor and you start bumping into people and conversations start happening and you
Totally.
see someone you haven't seen in forever. So then I have to look back, wait, what was I supposed to be doing? Where was I supposed to be going? And you really do have to keep yourself on target because it's just such a wealth of information and education and just seeing people.
Yeah. And my other advice too is you want to make the most out of your trip, but I don't like to schedule myself in back-to-back meetings. I like to leave room either in the morning or at the end of the afternoon so that I can just walk the show and see things that I maybe wouldn't have planned to see or meet people that I've never met before. So I like to give myself some flexibility in the schedule as well, because to your point, we're going to meet tons of people and you're going to see new things you've never seen before. And so you want to give yourself that time to not be late for meetings and respect, your appointments that you have scheduled.
I love that. I feel like that is the best tip ever. Buffer space on every side. I love
Totally.
it. Okay, so I am asking all of my guests this question, which I know is a little unfair and a little bit hard, but what one beauty product can you not live without?
This one is so hard. Gosh, I love all products and I'm a beauty junkie, absolutely. But if I had to be stuck on an island with only one product, and some people may disagree, but I would bring mascara. That for me is my ride or die best friend type of product. I can't live without it. And it just makes me feel like I can conquer the world when I have my mascara on. I can't share But my favorite is because I'm in development and it is going to be launching very, very soon at Jane Iredale, but it is a really, really good formula. And we have a really great story behind it. So please stay tuned. It'll be launching later this year. And I'm
That is very exciting because I am also a mascara junkie. I feel the same way. This went so fast, but it was so much fun chatting. Thank you so much for sharing all your insight. And again, I'll see you in a month, and I can't wait.
Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing anybody who's seen this podcast and wants to come see me. Please stop by and I'd be happy to talk to you. Thank you so much, Emily, and thank you, Cosmoprof. Looking forward to seeing you in Vegas.